never expected Nagito to die like this. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. Even so, dying like this is just too cruel. No, it's not that cruel. Not to me.
Even so.
Well, even this was torture. There's no doubt that the killer must have held deep grudge towards Nagito. He just let him die easily. I can totally understand it. A dark impulse like that. Yeah, I get that. And plus you're a gangster. I'm normal. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help?
This is bad.
Jeez, what a horrible look on his face. The blood splatter all over. It doesn't help either. Well, yeah, he deserved a 60. It was so fucking annoying. Last trial. The curtain is about to rise. Nagito coming, the ultimate lucky student. Is he really? When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. That's true. That's true. And then he lost his mind. But his true nature held such an invented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. But why would he say something like that? That's what makes it so psychotic. And then he said he was going to become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But then there were also times he saved us too. Like him was killed. That was the end of him. I had no idea at all who did it, but there's no way we can end this without knowing. We'll be consumed by despair. Really red. That's why we absolutely have to find out the person who finished off Nagito, the killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And Monokuma says this is the last class trial, and that's all the more reason we need to do this. So, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, the last one has begun. I never really liked the Great Pass trial. Yeah, it was kind of weird. It made me think. Is that it made me, there was some stuff about the Great Pass trial, but it was too far out there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was too far out there. Yeah. When I made the, I'm sure you saw the TikTok or the skit or the short. When I made the short, it was like the building being like the ultimate weapon. I was like, come on, dude, really? It's like come on. Like I get what you're trying to say, but at the same time, it's like, I don't think I need any of this. I think what I need. Wait, do I need to equip? Yeah. Do I need to equip it? Or is it already dialed in? Guess we'll find out. I don't see cheat code in here. Don't get me wrong. I love all the characters, and it was smart. I just lost. It was too smart. It was a stretch. I wouldn't call it too smart. I think it was just like a huge stretch. Like you were really stretching it. It was just weird. It got weird, you know. Like I don't know, you know, you're stretching it too far. You're stretching it too far. It's super weird. That's what it was. But after that, you know, yeah, I saw that stream. Yeah, exactly. It was just super weird. Visible confusion. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you saw it. Okay, let's get this show on the road. It was weird, dude. That's not a difficulty thing. That's a you're grasping at straws thing.
With a simple explanation of the class.
The chord and the weight touched. Bloody. Okay, yeah. So there was a section that wasn't bloody. Sorry, that's controller drift. That's controller drift. I'm playing this on the Switch. You're gonna. Okay, there you go. A life-size Monokuma plushie was found on the floor near the fire's origin point. It's huge, bloody, Oh no. Oh wait, did the controller drift? Yeah, no, it shows up every now and then, but I'll be okay. Usually it doesn't show up in the trial. Usually. It just showed up that one time. Preparing a controller is maybe helpful. No, it's like a permanent, like I read about it. Like it's this thing that Nintendo Switch is like, it just comes with the controller. Like they can't figure out how to fix it with the Switch controllers. But you know, so every once in a while I have to calibrate it just to be sure. And I just calibrate it sometimes just out of a whim, you know. Life-size plushie.
If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko. I found it by coincidence.
Oh shit, that's fucked up.
There's no way I'd torture someone.
You're a gangster. What are you talking about? Why did the killer have to torture?
To find out by torturing him.
Damn it. Damn it. Okay, I tried. I did try. Yeah, I don't have any. Another time to vote. I can totally mention the black and be. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a big oof.
This is my.
Yes, retry. Hey,
We'll
please.
never give up. Crap.
Okay, I'll look it up. I hate myself for doing this, but I'll look it up. Look it up, because I am lost. Right out the door, I am lost. This is fucked up. There's something I was telling you, tell the killer where the bomb was. Something from telling the killer someone. From telling the killer where the bomb was. Because it's oh, he had oh my god.
I'm telling you, they were torturing him. It's because the killer. No, that's wrong.
Thank you. You're right. But why did they put the duct tape with the...
Magito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything.
Yeah, but why did they put it with, like, the fact that they were torturing? God damn it.
If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
Why did they should have put it... Okay, so you got it, but, like, they should have... Okay, so when it said, okay, there's a line in the argument that says, damn it, there's a line in the argument, it does make sense, but there's a line in the argument that says, I can't even remember the argument.
I'm prepared. It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Maybe he had to
How about
go.
you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
But you have no
Dirty
take
joke.
off.
Is that a dirty joke?
Oh, it's not a dirty joke. Wait, that's the whole argument? Assumption that Nikita could have suicide is correct. Nikita should have tied himself up too. That's okay, right? No,
To
it has
actually
to be.
tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible. Dirty joke. Is that a dirty joke?
Oh, she's talking about. She's talking about if you're male. She's talking about if you're male. I mean, you can do so much with my front tail. Yeah, she's talking about if you're male. Oh my god. I think it's another one of. I think it's another one of these ones.
It'd be impossible. How about if you use your teeth?
You can use your front
Or
tail.
if you tail?
Where they use the worst possible message. Okay, if that's the case, then I'm gonna look it up. If that's the case, then I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. This is weird. This is gonna be weird. It's gonna be a weird one.
To actually
You're
tie
right.
up your own arms.
That's the answer.
No, that's wrong.
It's the burned rope, which is weird. How'd they use a burn rope to tie their own?
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Isn't that premise flawed?
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I want to hear what they're saying.
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
Right.
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms.
Well, it wasn't both of his arms, but...
The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
Probably the explanation. Oh, they're saying that the rope would... Okay, they're saying that both of his arms and legs, they're saying both of his arms and legs were tied up, and his left arm. They're not saying his right arm was tied up. They're not saying his right arm was tied up. His right arm was actually impaled by a knife. They're saying, okay, so they're saying, so, yeah, they're just contradicting the facts. The facts of the case are, it is not the case that both his arms and legs are tied up. They are just contradicting that. The facts of the case is that his legs and his one arm is tied up, but the other arm, yeah, baby steps, exactly, yeah.
That was just burned by the...
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, but how did he... Oh, it's a trap that he tied up himself?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Yeah.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Why would you say that?
You should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Wait, what?
That's
How?
definitely wrong.
Coming from him.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
What are we discussing?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito.
We're talking about prostitution.
I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still... The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right?
Right.
If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito.
That's how he died.
If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
As he was dying.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Right.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
I was gonna say
If
something.
you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
She is just, he's drowning.
Say it one more time. I need you recorded. For reasons. Hey, bastard, you better cut it out.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
I believe we all
So you're saying
understand.
it's impossible?
The game is just so many
But no
ways.
matter what I think, I can't.
He was only able to move his left hand. But his left hand was also tied up. Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail? I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
Okay, perfect. Okay, calm down. Okay. If Nagito killed suicide, he said swear to time himself. This is how I'm bringing it up. Right? Even his arms and... No, does that move out? Oh, shit. No, shut up. There you go.
No, that's wrong!
It's not getting an elevator. I don't know.
It's still too early to dismiss the possibility. When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand.
Right.
That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Right, because the blood can't splatter where it can.
Tail?
Again.
The thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear.
Yo, yeah, he sure was grabbing a spear.
Now that you mention it,
What's wrong with this
But
one?
even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
Just like fixing an old TV.
He has no chill.
oh, I got
She's
it.
got the D on her brain.
Maybe.
Especially after Nekomaru died. Character background records, multiple accounts of sexual assault. That's probably what's written in the Hope Speak Academy manual.
Yeah.
The book that we
like
found.
I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. I think.
Gripping the spear.
However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
For maximum effect, or the spear this bitch was holding. Just gripping the shaft of the spear. Why the shaft? Well, you know, if he was gripping the shaft. You could have stabbed this up with the spear, right? You're right. I'm sorry. I just needed to do that. We're already in that area, so the handle, of course. Hateful?
Did he need to go that far?
Right.
That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. Committing a suicide that looked like a murder. He was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer.
That's why I hate Nagito. He did all that. Okay. If this is true, he did all that just to fuck with us. He did all that just to fuck with us. I hate that. Oh my god. Oh my god. My god.
Was to get us all executed.
Yeah, that was his goal.
That's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Right.
You want us to die that bad?
No.
Messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
No, I think he's just a true believer.
That's our Nagito.
Yeah. He's nice. I had to feel a little sympathetic towards him. How stupid of me. Some people really want attention and validation. No, it's not about attention or validation. It's about like it's about what he was saying throughout the entire time that like we've been with him. He was saying, oh, you know, I want to give you guys a despair. Yeah, he's just psychotic. He's just psychotic. He was always preaching on about like, oh, you know, I want you guys, I want to deliver despair so great. I want to prove that like hope beats all despair, and like, oh, you know, despite all the despair, hope was like he was all about that. I completely underestimate the capacity of his malice. Yeah, he was just crazy, dude. The mind-goggling malice has threatened us even after he died. That's the form his malice took. Yeah. Hope it was worth it to him. Yeah. We got about until now. That was literally the worst time. Like he was a true believer in the bullshit he was spewing. He was here.
However, there is one thing I still do not.
He had poisoned his fridge,
Hold
dude.
on a
Crazy clip.
Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting again that his death wasn't a suicide?
Yes, yes.
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
We know we said that. God.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide. But,
Right, because that's what it was set up to look like. It's not a mistake.
but it's not just a suicide.
Right. He wanted us to he wanted us to come to that conclusion. He trusted us to come to that conclusion. He knew we would reliably come to that conclusion. But he's so freaking good at calculating. Like, it's too good. It fits too well. Yeah.
Did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
I'm not.
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Right.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily?
Right.
I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
This is
How interesting!
Spat
Sure
videos
you
funny.
believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
Fuck, bro.
What friendship?
No, that wasn't the thing. He was just,
What should we
God.
do, you guys?
Level of
Lay down
fearlessness.
face up,
Yes.
just beneath the dangling spear.
Oh my God, I could never do. No,
But
me
this was just
neither.
the beginning of
Me
Nagito's plan.
neither.
And then he did something no one could have predicted.
Just to fuck with you, dude. That's the fucked up part. Just to fuck with you.
First, he covered his mouth
Just to
with
fuck
duct
with
tape,
you.
and after making sure he was unable to scream,
Spite.
he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs.
I might. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Finally.
I don't know what he was feeling during that moment. I don't know. Like, I know.
He
You know what's interesting? What I just realized is the same thing that Jogo Inoshima did during the first trial. She wanted us to arrive at the conclusion that what she did, just so that we can like come to the despair of. It's the same logic. It's so dumb. Oh my
panels
God.
fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire extinguishing
Also
grenades.
to how the body was perfectly set up, so it was misleading. Right. We couldn't breathe. How long it took for the creators of the game to think of this?
There, Nagito inhaled the poison,
Yep.
and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness.
They definitely sat in a room and thought about it. They definitely sat in a room and then thought of every nook and cranny. Because you know how
Caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach.
people like to point out like plot holes. Like they had to make sure there were no plot holes. Basically, this had to be airtight. You know.
This is all the information related to Nagito's plan.
It's the most insane that we can create with this style.
His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone.
That's probably also like after. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah.
In conclusion, the fact that
Faith
And
in our
what's wrong
ability.
with that?
Yeah. Maybe he was a chill little guy, kind of guy. Sure.
Something that Nagito believed.
After all the time we spent together, I believe in you guys. I think that's what Hajime said at the beginning of the game. That is what he said at the beginning of the game. That's fucked up. Oh. That's comedic in of itself. Like when they wrote that, they were like, oh, they're in for some shit now. Like that's what they probably thought when the writers wrote it. So I'm gonna be good here.
I guess the last thing he could believe in was his own.
Fuck this game.
you.
Okay, let's go.
Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Let's go. Oh god.
Please, hold on. Aw, you totally guessed right.